Oh boy, do I have a good one for you today. Is this so-called Nintendo Direct coming this week, next week? I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sick and tired of hearing that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct rumor. You know, it's just crazy how the time there's always a Nintendo Direct rumor, but it just never happens. Why is it only Nintendo that this happens with? I know Xbox, I know PlayStation, I know PC, Steam, all that stuff. It's always like, there's a Nintendo Direct this week, there's a Nintendo Direct next week. Oh wait, the Nintendo Switch 2. You guys remember those days of the Nintendo Switch 2? But what's going on, guys? My name is Acenator, and I just want to say welcome to the video. And today we're going to be talking about if the Nintendo Switch is actually going to have a Nintendo Direct and what's going to be in it, because it's just a very weird stale point right now for Nintendo. You know, are we going to see more Nintendo Switch 2 games? Are we going to be seeing more Nintendo Switch 1 games get imported to Nintendo Switch 2? Are we going to be seeing $50 paid remasters? I'm sure you guys love those. And, just more of nonsense when it comes to Nintendo. I want to take a deep dive into this video to you guys today. And, I'm going to have some positive, I'm going to have some negatives. But you know what? First things first. Do I think we're going to be receiving a Nintendo Direct this week? Honestly, no. But, if it does, I'm, hoping for the best. You guys know me. I am hoping for the best when it does come to Nintendo. I want to see some, original classics return. I want to see some amazing first-party titles that just aren't $80 or that doesn't take the fun out of everything, or just, $7 games that's just, a new industry standard. It's just wild to me. I want to see some actual amazing first-party games that Nintendo just doesn't brick within the first week, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But, let's just dive into a little bit about, if this Nintendo Direct could be coming. What could we see? Metroid Prime 4 and Kirby Air Riders. That's it. And we're going into this completely unknown. Never mind you, if we even see those two. And I heard that Metroid Prime 4 got delayed, and I really have no idea if it did. But truth be told, if it gets delayed, we could actually finally see a release date for that game. It could come out in 2026. I feel like that's another thing for Nintendo that my brother pointed out too. It's like they reveal games now, but they don't come out till, I don't know, like next year or something like that. Nintendo timing is great and all. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, I don't know, watching paint dry at this point. Like, okay, we got a game. Now let's just wait. Wait patiently. Oh, Kirby Air Riders. Oh, sorry, I got delayed to 2026 where we're working on some, I don't know, microtransactions for the game. Yeah. Jokes aside, but truth be told, those are the only two games we really have going for the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. And the reason why I think that this may not be a good Direct is for two reasons. One, that right there is we only have two games that we know of that could be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. They may throw in Kirby in the Forgotten Land, like, here's some more gameplay, just some more filler so we can, make this Nintendo Direct seem longer than it really is. And here's a bunch of Nintendo eShop content that you can get on other consoles like Hades 2, what's the other one? Peak, or, Overwatch 2 coming for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Just stuff like that. I just feel like it's going to be filler. Do I think there's going to be a surprise in there? Yes. Do I know what the surprise is going to be? Absolutely not. If we all know what the surprise would be, it really wouldn't be a surprise anymore. It's just, what could we do? Like, what could us fans do to prepare for this Nintendo Direct? Because as far as you guys know, there has been a ton of rumors going around. Personally, and I'll circle back to this video if I'm right, what I think is going to happen with a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, if there is one, is they're going to reveal more of Kirby Air Riders, because that has a targeted date of 2025. It'd be pretty shocking if they revealed it, way back in Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, like the whole entire thing, the hour-long, thing that I watched at work and never got in trouble for. They could reveal the actual release date for that. That could be the holiday game. That could be the surprise. We always get that one surprise at the end. That could be it. Or, they could actually reveal a Metroid Prime 4 date. Those are definitely going to be in the Nintendo Direct. What do I think is going to happen? Well, those two games are going to show up, and I think it's just going to be a bunch of random filler content. We may see stuff on, I don't know, Nintendo Switch Online. Maybe we could, see a bunch of random eShop games. Like, remember that farming Direct that we had a while ago? Yeah, that pissed the community off. you know, not just me, but a bunch of other people too. Maybe we could have another one of those, and who knows? And maybe we could, you know, see Indie Direct at this point. Maybe we'll start calling this Nintendo Indie Direct or Nintendo Third Party Direct. But, you know, the way I think, sorry I got off topic there, but the way I think it's going to be structured is they're going to show those 2 games, and it's just going to be a bunch of third-party games with those stupid virtual key cards that don't even mean anything anymore. And just that surprise game being Kirby Air Riders getting a release date, and just a bunch of maybe fit like $80 Switch 2 Enhanced Edition. Now I think personally, one game that is going to get the Nintendo Switch 2 treatment, and I've seen this a ton across the board, is Mario Luigi Brothership. And I don't know why, but I feel like that's the biggest target for Nintendo right now. Mario Luigi Brothership is going to be getting an $80 DLC, I guess you can call it. And it's just like, I think it's inevitable at this point. Realistically, it's $20, but if you don't own the game, it's $80 if you want to play it enhanced. They're going to market it as, here, come get this, thing. It's going to have enhanced resolution and enhanced frame rates, and we're going to add this $20 DLC, where it's going to be a brand new world. You're going to be going back to the Mushroom Kingdom, or we're going to be going to this brand new planet in the middle of nowhere, and we're going to be fighting for $80 if you don't have the game. If you have the game, it's probably going to be $20, which, is really not a bad deal. That's the problem with, I think, the way that Nintendo is going to be going with these Switch 1 games that were so popular that needed a port, that are going to be coming to the Switch 2, is just the $20 edition. Like Nintendo did it great. Some games have free, and I can't believe I said that word, free, upgrades when it does come to Nintendo Switch 2, but those aren't as significant, as you call it, to the new DLC structure, where they make this DLC. Let's take Mario Party Jamboree, for example, which was not good. They take Mario Party Jamboree and they add a little bit more content, and they say, play this content. Oh, wait, it's enhanced, it's visualized, and you get to play it on Nintendo Switch 2, better frame rates and better resolutions. And, oh, here's this $20 DLC that no one's going to care about. It's just extra modes. It's just like, same thing I think is going to happen with Brothership in this one, 100%. If not this Direct, it's definitely going to happen in some other Direct, and I can definitely see that happening. And just, like I said, third-party support is definitely going to be huge here. I don't really see any first-party Nintendo games. There's going to be a holiday game at this point, but I'm thinking it's going to be Kirby Air Riders, which is going to be the holiday game. And, I'm just looking back at it. Where is, all, the first-party games that we're somewhat waiting on? Where's all the series that need to come back? I get it. Super Smash Bros. Is on, Nintendo Switch, and they have all the fighters. But, I think another one should be coming at some point. I think that'd be great for the Switch, too. I also think, some people think Earthbound should come back. Or, we are getting a Metroid game. We got Metroid Dread, but now we're getting Metroid Prime 4. We just got a Donkey Kong game. So it's like they're filling their gaps slowly. Just listen to me for a second. They have this checkbox. I swear to God, they have this checkbox at Nintendo saying, okay, we just added Donkey Kong, check, let's wait another 10 years. Oh, we just got another Metroid game, let's wait another 10 years. Oh, wait, we haven't done Earthbound. Nope, let's tick that off for a while. Oh, same thing with F-Zero. Oh, people have been asking that? Oh, nope. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but, I feel like Nintendo is definitely sticking to their safe spot and just adding the same 3 franchises. And don't get me wrong, Kirby Air Riders was definitely a slap in the face. I did not expect that, and I'm actually super excited for that game. But truth be told, I don't think a lot's going to happen here, if I'm going to be honest with you. And, if it does happen, I'll come back to this video and I'll be like, damn, I was surprised. But overall, I don't think this Nintendo Direct is going to be good. We're not going to be receiving updates for, Mario Kart World. They're just going to let that game die after they worked on it so long. They just wanted their money and run, it sounds like, and just ruin the fun. But they're not going to do anything to fix it. We already got Mario Party Jamboree. We're going to be getting Kirby in the Forgotten Land with the $20 DLC or the $80 edition if you guys don't have it already. And just, yeah. I'm not excited for this Nintendo Direct. And I want to be blown away, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, that's going to be it for me, guys. You know, just few quick things. I want to know what you guys think about Nintendo Direct, if it's even going to happen, because I feel like we've been waiting on this. It's like, you know what this reminds me of? Have you ever been in school, right? And you've been sitting there, there's a girl you like, and there's rumors that or other way around, if you're a guy, then you like the girl, but if you're a girl, the guy likes you, you know, stupid stuff like that. This reminds me of that time where just those rumors are going around, where it's like, oh, do you like me? Like, oh, no? Where'd you hear that? Oh, I heard it from a bunch of guys. Oh, the girl's like, I seem you're into me. Want to go on a date? Then the guy's like, no, I'm too busy getting A's on my school. No, I'm too busy working. Where'd you hear that? Oh, I heard it from Nintendo. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds great. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I want to know what you guys think about Nintendo Direct. You know, let me know what games you guys want to see. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. This is Ace and Air signing off. Again, stay healthy, stay clean. Bye.